going to talk about the fifth and sixth principles of intuitive eating, feeling your fullness, and discovering your satisfaction. When it comes to respecting your fullness, I think that this is just a lost art in the American world. We usually eat for a lot of other things. We eat for pleasure, we eat for enjoyment, we eat because people are around, we eat mindlessly, and we're not always thinking about if our body's actually hungry, which we've talked about already, and when to stop eating. So first of all, we eat really fast. So an important part of feeling your fullness is chewing your food wholly, slowing down, and focusing when you're eating. So when you're eating a bag of chips, watching a game or a movie, it's hard to feel your fullness because it's even just this motion. I mean, there's scientific research in how much we get dopamine in our brain when we do this motion. Why we were created like that, I don't know. But it is a huge, just kind of mindless thing that we do where we're not engaged to our stomach at all. Our brain and our stomach and our emotions all aren't connected. So really slowing down and working on connecting those is really important. So 3 things I want you to think about this week in this area is chewing your food. So taking time if you need to put your fork down between bites. Maybe you need to start by actually counting 20, 30 seconds for each bite, just especially if it's something harder to chew like meat. Maybe if it's a salad, you give yourself 7 or 8 bites, something like that. But really taking time to chew your food. I want you to focus on only eating, making sure you're not multitasking while you're eating, and eating in an environment that's comfortable for you. So you're not eating in your car, you're taking time to put your food at the table and eat. If you're at work, you're gonna remove yourself from your desk and your computer to eat, even if it's just 5 minutes. That's gonna make a really big difference on allowing you to connect to your food. If you have kids at home, waiting till nap time to eat, that's a strategy that I used a lot when my kids were really little, which now no one naps in my house, which is a bummer. I have to find a different strategy on the weekends for eating lunch, but waiting till they went to bed was really helpful for me. So I would make sure that I had breakfast at a time that I could wait for lunch until like 1:30, and I could be alone and I could give myself 10 minutes, no computer, nothing. And honestly, for me, it was just it was a spiritual time too. I could just slow down, I could pray, I could connect. That was good for me. So just a thought, think about what that can look like for you, how you can give yourself that 5 minutes. It's gonna be great for stress management, it's gonna be great for digestion, and it's gonna be great for connecting your head and your stomach. So that's important, feel your fullness. And then I want you to ask yourself this question after you eat this week. Am I full? Am I full? Am I satisfied? Do I want more? Do I want less? Think about that as you're eating. Okay, so that is, and I guess this is kind of also, the word that they use is respect your fullness. So I guess to add the respect part, it's really important to respect, oh my gosh, I can't talk, guys. Respect the fact that your body is done. So when you're full, telling your brain, I'm done. It's okay to be done. I will get to eat again. I feel good and I feel happy and comfortable right now, and helping your mind make that connection with your stomach. And then the next principle, we'll go through this quickly, is discovering the satisfaction in your food. This is kind of a lost art too in our culture. So it's slowing down and really enjoying food. And I think something that I want to put in here before we talk about this a little bit more is this doesn't just have to be treats, you guys. I think that one of the things I don't agree with in the intuitive eating book, even though there's a lot of the principles that I think are really valuable, or we wouldn't be working through them together, they talk about salads as diet foods. And I think that we need to really be careful with that mindset. I think that vegetables and salads and roasted broccoli and rich, savory foods that are healthy, like olive oils and avocado and all those things, we need to know that they're nutritious and they can be really good and really satisfying. I know for me, Saturday night, my husband and I went on a date. He's like, what do you want? And I'm like, honestly, there's this salad in Kansas City that I absolutely love. And that's what I wanted. And it wasn't a diet food. It wasn't because I was wanting to make a healthy choice. Honestly, a burger and fries did not sound good. It does a lot of Saturday nights, honestly. And this night, that's not what my body wanted. And that doesn't mean I'm having a diet mentality. That salad nourishes my body and it's good for me. And I actually think it's really savory and delicious. So I think that we have to reshape that. And then we want to really enjoy our food. So find out what tastes good to you and what your body really enjoys. I know for me, I'm learning that my body actually really likes a lot richer, savory foods, a lot more than the quick fix sweet treat. You know, so as I learn that, it's actually helping me choose those foods more than the quick fix sweet treat. Though I do enjoy those too, but honestly, after one, like one Rice Krispie treat or one piece of pie or something, it really does feel like enough, which is new for me. And that isn't true every time. I feel like sometimes there's times when it's like, oh, I need more, I want more. You know, you kind of have to work through that. But learning for foods to be satisfying and to be enjoyable is really important. So I want you guys to also focus this week on how much you enjoyed what you ate and how much you're learning to enjoy foods that are nutritious. Really thinking about that, because sometimes I think we think that we enjoy, let's say maybe it's the glass of wine, and then you realize, oh my gosh, I actually didn't really like that very much. I would have much rather had a piece of pie. Well, then you choose that, like we've talked about. So, or I didn't really actually want that burger. I wish I would have gotten the grilled chicken with the black beans and the pico de gallo on top. That really sounds good. You know, we have to break the idea in our mind too that the only foods that are good are the no foods, which, you know, I don't believe in no foods, but what culturally we would say, like, oh, those are just, we're not supposed to have those, which isn't true. I think those are sometimes foods and you should have them and you should enjoy them. You don't want them to be a daily part of your life or your body isn't going to feel good, right? But really connecting satisfaction with what you're eating and how it makes you feel. I'm excited to see how that goes this week.